Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Ophiuchus, we're going to do a little look at what's behind the mask. Okay. So, and this is kind of from their perspective. Hang on. We got cards popping all over the place. They're landing sideways, they're landed every which way. Okay. So, we start with the world upright, Capricorn energy here. We have the moon in the reverse. We have a 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have an 8 of Swords sideways. I almost feel like their mask is about to fall off. Oops, I'm sorry. There was another one there. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. And I'm sorry, King of Cups. Sorry, I'm a mess in the way I'm holding these tonight. So hang on, because this is a new beginning. This almost feels, by the way, this is like the only zodiac so far that we've got like a mask off, which, oh, that's making me think of that song by Future. I love me some Future. Mask off. This feels like a character is like ready to stand up and, just tell Ophiuchus from the heart what's, whatever their boggle has been, whatever's been going on. The moon in the reverse says full reveal. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse says, I don't want to miss out. King of Cups in the reverse says, I've been really holding back emotions or even been trying to manipulate emotions, even my own, so that I didn't say what I'm thinking. I've been blocking this, but here it is. Okay, this is kind of exciting because every zodiac has had a very different message. I will say that. And Ophiuchus, you guys are my last in this series, and we'll start a new series tomorrow. Same backdrop, different energy. But I actually really like this one. High Priestess in the reverse and 3 Pentacles upright. So what's behind the mask? Ophiuchus is about to find out. This person can't they can't keep it in anymore. This is, all of the feels, all of the emotions, the way they feel about Ophiuchus. They want to actually reveal it. They want to interact with Ophiuchus. They have wanted to for a long time. They felt like they even should. Hang on. Let's change decks and say, how do you feel about Ophiuchus? What's been this thing that you've been hiding about how you feel about them? The moon in the reverse, again, I got to tell them everything. Chariot in the reverse, I got to say, I've been holding back. 4 of Pentacles, I've been holding back. Okay, can we get more precise? I understand they keep saying, I want to say what I've been holding back. I want to say it. Page of Swords, Hanged Man. Oh my God, serious. This is so, they just keep saying the same thing again and again. Listen, I've been spying. I've been trying to figure out what to say. I've been hanging back. I've been hanging upside down. I've been spending time thinking about this. I haven't come forward. I know, but darling, please, can you tell me what is it that you feel for Ophiuchus? Maybe they're saying, I'm going to tell him myself. Can't you just be quiet? You just shuppy. Hi, Gigi. Good to see you. We got the Queen of Swords. We got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so they're ready to speak a truth and get this huge burden off of their shoulders. Everything that I've held back, everything that I haven't said, everything that my pride made me hold back, all of my emotions that I held back. This is 6 of Coins in the reverse, everything that I didn't give. Okay, so this is going to be a big old flood. This is a flood of words, a flood of emotions. I mean, this person could cry. There could be the ugly cry with the snot and the tears and puffy eyes and red face and the whole 9 yards. This person could go all in with waterworks, the whole 9 yards. This is starting to feel like we have a character who everything that they have been thus far, it's going to be a 180. So however they have behaved, whatever ego held them, made them hold back, as that ego gets dropped, as that energy gets released, I feel like Ophiuchus is going to see a totally different side. If they had been silent before, now they're going to talk. If they had been stoic, they're now going to be very expressive. If they had been holding themselves back, not showing affection, now they want to show like they're going to be a cuddle bug. Whatever this is, remember we have the 3 of Pentacles. They have wanted to work with Ophiuchus badly. This is a new beginning. So this could be somebody who simply wants a new start with Ophiuchus, and they want to actually be expressive this time, and they want to be collaborative this time. Is this about love, or is this about, a colleague, or we have Justice? It could be about everything. I almost feel like this person is saying, what I know is that I did this entire connection wrong. I wasn't a friend. I wasn't a lover. I wasn't a companion. I was maybe an adversary instead of being a partner. Everything that I did was I still acted like I was solo, even if I was in a connection. I didn't share resources. I didn't share my ideas. I didn't share my heart. This says that they're saying I did everything wrong with Ophiuchus. I did absolutely everything wrong. They know this. The Devil, the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups. God, this person is like drenched in regrets at this point, right? Drenched in regrets. This is, I feel like maybe this has hit them really hard. I want to know why. Why has this hit you so hard that you basically were the exact opposite of everything that you wish you had been? Why now? Why is this hitting you so hard? Because I love Ophiuchus, plain and simple. I love Ophiuchus. Hey, G. I love all the G's in the house tonight. G and G. G's a good letter. With the Three of Wands, I don't know if this person reached a point in their life where they're just sick of their own behavior. And they're like, do I really want to keep acting like this for the rest of my life? Then what's my future going to look like? Do I really want to either stay away from Ophiuchus when I actually love them? Why would I do this? Why would I punish myself when I have all this love? They're looking at certainly the next chapter of their life. And I think that they're kind of surrendering to the fact that they love Ophiuchus, but they're also, maybe they're older and wiser. Maybe there's something here about, them. We saw the Tower, so we know they're like surrendering to a certain thought process. They're surrendering to love. I think this is a person who, I don't know if they wanted to be an island their whole life, didn't want to love anybody, didn't want to open up their heart for whatever reason. And that just became too heavy to bear. Remember that 10 of Wands and that 8 of Swords sideways over here. I think that this person, in cheating themselves out of just opening up and like admitting that they love Ophiuchus, I think that for whatever reason, maybe they thought it was strong to not say, not bend, not tell somebody that they love them. And I think that became really stupid. I mean, I think that's always a stupid idea, but this became one of those things where it's like, what the heck am I doing? This is so stupid. This is really how I want to live the rest of my life, putting all my energy into fighting how I feel, putting all my energy into looking at Ophiuchus as my adversary. Hey, Brian. Good to see you, Brian. You broke the G. We had G, and now we have Brian. So you just mixed up the alphabet for us. Welcome. Thanks for stirring the pot. We got the Sun upright. We got the 9 of Wands. Sun upright and 9 of Wands. This person wants to have happiness instead of like, what grows is what you feed, what you nurture. And if they had been nurturing things that would only cause them more grief instead of nurturing things that would make them happy, I almost feel like this person was very pessimistic. They may have been somebody that was like absolutely hell-bent on pushing away anything soft, anything good. And I really think that they just did that. I don't know if it was an autopilot. I don't know. Can I just see, why were you so sour? I can see that you had a wound. 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords. That doesn't exactly explain it to me, other than it's almost like they look down their nose at, people who want that nice life, that cozy, cuddle up with your loved one and sit by the fireplace. Oh, only softies go do romance and cuddle and sleep on comfortable beds and have nice pets. I mean, it almost feels like I don't know if they sneered at that for a little while, or if they felt like, I'm not ever going to be allowed to have that. You notice how this is somebody who's like looking from behind a veil. Maybe they felt like that lifestyle, that love, that opportunity just wasn't there for them. And then it became something that they're like, yeah, well, I don't want it anyway. It could have been that this person was pretty deeply brokenhearted, but then told themselves, kind of twisted it and said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't want that anyway. And then even when they met Ophiuchus, even if they were dating Ophiuchus, even if they were in a relationship with Ophiuchus, they were still like cold or kind of sneered at like softness and romance. And, I feel like this person couldn't do anything romantic. I feel like this person would kind of like wreck anything that was sweet or romantic. If Ophiuchus like planned something kind of, you know, there's like traditional romantic stuff, candlelight dinners is a great example. This, sipping on a glass of wine and sitting by a fireplace. Like, I mean, listen to Bruno Mars if we need direction on that song. That's how I like it. He goes through everything that he likes, and it's all the stereotypical, like very Hallmark romantic things, right? But it almost feels like if Ophiuchus tried any of those like lovely romantic things, I feel like this person like shot it down, made fun of it, didn't want it, pushed it away, made sure that they would, kind of damage the chance to even have like that soft romantic thing. And now they're the exact opposite. Oh my God, I want all of that. I want the softness. I want, teddy bears on Valentine's Day. And I want to, go to a romantic dinner and have oysters and stuff. And, I feel like this person is totally doing a 180. But before, I think that they took everything that was romantic and just crushed it, just wrecked it. The reason I'm saying that is because their awareness of how little they gave to Ophiuchus is on every freaking card, right? We saw it again and again and again. And we see them like realizing, I mean, this person's kind of acted like a, I won't say it. They have so many regrets about this. They're like, I wrecked stuff just to wreck it when I actually wanted it. And I actually loved Ophiuchus, but it's like they were so incredibly uncomfortable with acts of love and gentleness. They said that they know that this was all wrong. I'm glad that they figured this out. I don't know if they figured this out in time, but behind the mask, this is what they're realizing. And it said here that they were about to pull that mask off with the moon coming out in the reverse twice and the high priestess in the reverse. How swiftly are you talking to Ophiuchus about this and maybe trying to give that cup of love instead? Because man, you better hurry, or woman, you better hurry. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles could be, that's, the Pentacles are the slowest moving, right? Because they're the seeds that have to be planted. We've got the King of Wands, got the Seven of Cups. I said, how swiftly are you going to do this? I have granola on my chin. I have like a handful of granola and I can feel it, the dust of the nuts on my side of my cheek. So sorry about that. I probably should have kept that to myself. But I apparently eat like a horse in a bag of oats. This feels like they don't know exactly when with the Seven of Cups, but their mindset is shifting to, they may even know that it might take them time perhaps to get Ophiuchus to see them in this more loving light. It doesn't matter what genders we're talking about, of course, but I would say they're the ones who want to give their heart. So I would peg them as the King of Wands. They're the ones going to be action taking. So again, I would put that in the masculine energy because it's the energy of the sun. So the projection, I'm taking this action. As always, this could be same-sex couple, reverse gender roles, but I don't know that they have an answer for how swiftly they're going to do this. Right now, they're hypothesizing, which avenue should I take? This is the outcome that I want. I want Ophiuchus to want to give to me, and I want to give my heart to Ophiuchus, but I don't know exactly when because I have to figure out how to approach. I see the Seven of Cups as options, so many different timelines, but which route will they take? They have to sort that out first, but I don't think that that's going to be very long. 7 is a divine number, so I feel like that they'll probably get a little nudge from the divine as to like, either when to move forward or how to move forward or, what path to take, how to present this new version of themselves and try to make things right. But I mean, I will say this, at least they're trying to make things right. All right, you guys. So good to see everybody. Brian, are you in Ophiuchus North Node? Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Living Water, so good to see you. RT, hi, sweetie. So great to catch you guys. All right, I'm going to head on over to Tarot Dog. If you guys feeling like hanging out with me, I will see you over there. We're going to do a specific message. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you, babe. Violet, hi. Violet's here. Black Butterfly 25. Thanks for being here, love. Great to see you. All right, guys, I'll see you over on Tarot Dog. Bye for now. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.